Satnam, welcome you beautiful beings. Lovely to be here with you as always. So I taught this class at Goodwood to some very lovely people last week and I wanted to share it with you today. We're going to do a little bit more talking than I would in a normal class just because there's some new people here and some of the things that we do are a little bit weird, and most minds will choose misery over uncertainty. And what we mean by that is that thing of getting out our comfort zone. And people are finding more and more nowadays that the comfort zone is really uncomfortable and very unpleasant because we've got all these thoughts beating ourselves up because we're not living to our highest potential. But even though we might be sick and miserable and depressed, the mind wants to protect us and stay where it's familiar. So it will keep us stuck in these patterns, and part of its job is to keep us alive. So it thinks, yeah, I'm doing a great job, even though we might have backache, neckache or anxiety. And so it's about clearing these limiting beliefs which aren't true. And one of the ways to do that is by working on the vagus nerve, which we're going to be doing today. But also another reason why I'm going to tell you about what we're doing is to give the brain, give the mind, the ego mind, some carrots. So rather than just coming and thinking, oh, I feel really relaxed, that was lovely, and then going back to your busy life, if we're aware of all the powerful effects that this thing does and the detrimental effect of chronic stress and busyness, it can help make us be more inclined to take intelligent, inspired action rather than getting on this hamster wheel of making more and more bad choices and spiraling down. So let's begin by just being present in the moment. So close your eyes and just allow your breath to deepen and lengthen, and make sure that you're not doing reverse breathing. So on the inhale, the belly expands, and then the chest expands in all four directions. And then on the exhale, the chest comes in and the belly comes back and up gently to the spine. So on the inhale, you're seeing yourself like a balloon expanding, and exhaling, there's this sense of relaxing and releasing. So just bring your awareness down to that navel point, just below the belly button. So for many people, our central point is kind of in front of, especially women with all the multitasking and overthinking, it's just in front of the brain, in front of the forehead, and it pulls us off center. So just bring that down and drop it down into the navel point. And then just roll your shoulders forwards, up and back a few times. And then when we meditate, we apply a light neck lock. So you're pushing the chin in, but don't ram it back. You're still keeping the head parallel to the earth. It's just a really gentle lifting. So feel like you've got hooks underneath the base of your skull, and it's lifting and elongating the back of your neck. And it's just like a centimeter. It's not a lot. It's a very natural movement. And then bring your awareness to your crown of your head. So you're lifting your whole body by the crown. And we begin each class with 2 mantras. If you don't know them, you can just listen and still receive the benefits. Bring your hands to prayer pose. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo Agarename, Jugagerename, Sagarename, Sri Gurudeva Name. Agarename, Jugagerename, Sagarename, Sri Gurudeva Name. Agarename, Jugagerename, Sagarename, Sri Gurudeva Name. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath, relaxing the jaw and the neck and the throat and the shoulders. And exhale, bring your hands down to relax on your knees. So this is a mostly sitting class. If you're not comfortable sat cross-legged, you can sit on your heels, kneeling, or you can sit on a sofa or a bed, but just make sure that your feet are flat on the earth and that your spine is straight. So a chair would be better, but not a swivel one. We don't want any accidents. So the vagus nerve, it gets knocked out by busyness in life, and science is now catching up with how important it is because it has a massive impact on our full being. So it's known as the wandering nerve because it starts in the brain and it goes all the way through the throat, round the chest area, digestive system, and ends up in the pelvic floor. So yogis say it's like a central tuning fork, and rather than it being just one nerve, it's like 160,000 nerves going all around your body, and it regulates your moods, your immune system, digestion. It affects your blood pressure, your heart rate, your breath, feelings of compassion and empathy, inflammation, releasing stress hormones, and your sexual response, and lots of other things, but those are the main things. And when it's impaired from busyness, stress, addictions to everything, even just negative thoughts, you're going to see adrenal fatigue, anxiety, tiredness, burnout, depression, insomnia, panic attacks and chronic stress. So just being on that hamster wheel and being unable to cope with life. And so now science is catching up with the yogis, which is very exciting. And they're using these vagus nerve stimulators to treat depression, low blood sugar, IBS, MS, Parkinson's, what else? Other things. And then they've the FDA have approved these machines that get implanted yeah, they're treating things like epilepsy, chronic migraines, cluster headaches, things like that. But we don't need to implant machinery into our body. So the more relaxed we are, the easier it is for our self-healing mechanisms to come back into alignment. And so you hear these stories of amazing situations where people have been really ill, or they've had these near-death experiences and they've healed themselves. But then other people can have to go through the same thing and just never really get over it, or it can go on for years and years. And so things that are going to help the vagal tone, your vagus nerve, there's lots of things that hopefully you're doing in your daily life already, and I'm going to try and fit as many of them into this class as possible. So it's breath work, exercise, mantra is very, very good, laughter, humming, whistling, yoga, and cold water, which I can't help you with today. And it doesn't need to be iced water, just cold water is plenty. We don't need to go to that extreme. So the first, we're going to do a breathing exercise first with whistling. So when I first tried this, I was like, damn, I wish I listened to the Seven Dwarfs in Snow White with whistle while you work. So when we whistle, it helps the vagus nerve, but we're also activating our 10th gate at the crown of our head. Now this is one of our bliss centers, so we absolutely want that working in today's crazy world. So you're going to take your thumbs, which represent your ego, and stick them in your armpits, and then your fingers are all together and they're pointing, your fingertips are pointing towards each other. So just making sure that you are comfortable. The eyes are going to be closed, focused up and in at your brow point, your third eye, and you're going to inhale by puckering the lips and whistling on the inhale. Don't worry if you can't do that, it might take a few tries before you can do that. So we're going to inhale through puckered lips with a whistle. And then close the mouth and exhale through the nose. So inhale through the mouth with the whistle, exhale through the nose. And when you're inhaling, you're going to mentally vibrate or visualize so, and on the exhale, hung, H-U-N-G. So is infinity and hung is I am that. So it's connecting you beyond your limited mind to your higher mind, and that so with this practice we're always working to realize Sat Chit Anand, the truth of reality is bliss. So we might not feel like that because we've got the pain of the past rattling around in our subconscious and our muscle memory and our nervous system and our energy system. But the more that we clear that away, the more that that comes into the foreground of our experience, and not just when we're sat on our yoga mat. So eyes closed, focused at the third eye, inhaling. Close the mouth, exhale through the nose. Very good. So keeping that breath going and just making sure you're breathing into your navel center, so your belly is expanding on the inhale. Keep that breath going and just making sure you're relaxing your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. Everything is relaxed. And last time, inhale. Hold the breath. And exhale, relax, keeping the eyes closed, staying in this meditative state. So you don't have to do anything or think anything, be anything, just rest. Being aware of the subtle changes you've created. And inhale deeply. And exhale. And you might want to straighten your legs out in front of you. Bounce your knees up and down. Twist your feet side to side. And then come back sitting in easy pose. We'll just do some spinal exercises, Sufi grinds. So you're going to inhale, lifting the chest, the diaphragm up, pushing the shoulder blades back, and then exhale, coming round. So we're inhaling forwards, exhaling back, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. The eyes are closed. And when you come to the side, engage your navel. So you start massaging your internal organs. And the next time you come forward, change directions. Nice, deep, powerful breaths. And inhale deeply up to center. And exhale, relax the breath, relax yourself. And now you're going to come up standing and have your feet hip width apart. And you're just going to shake. So you're bending your knees and you're just shaking your legs, shaking your hips, shaking your arms. And while you're doing that, you're going to begin humming to this mantra. So really shake your hips out, shake every cell of your being. Sat Narayan Vaheguru Hari Narayan Satnam. Shake, 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 shake harder. That's it. Shake those legs. Very good. Sat Narayan Vaheguru Hari Narayan Satnam. 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 Keep shaking. Shake everything out that's not serving you. Hari Narayan Satnam. Sat Narayan Vaheguru. Last 30 seconds. Hari Narayan Satnam. Sat Narayan Keep humming.
Hari Narayan Satnam, Sat Narayan Vaheguru, Hari Narayan Satnam, Sat Narayan Vaheguru.
15 seconds.
Hari Narayan Satnam, Sat Narayan Vaheguru, Hari Narayan Satnam, Sat Narayan Vaheguru, Hari Narayan Satnam.
And relax. So meditating as you stand, lifting out of the feet, feeling yourself standing tall. Let the breath return to normal. Well done. And so you can come sitting now. We're going to do an exercise to burn up anger and get rid of emotions that aren't serving us, and it's also in preparation for the next exercise. So I'll show you the full posture first. So if you can, you're going to straighten your legs, palms facing the floor. If that feels too much, then you can bend your knees. And if you have low back problems, you can bring your hands behind you and you can just do one leg at a time, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And you're going to be doing the breath of fire through a round mouth, which sounds, is equal emphasis on the inhale and exhale. So it's going to sound like this. And make sure your cheeks are firm so they're not puffing out like a blower fish. And if you've got heavy period, first day of period, high blood pressure, more than 3 months pregnant, or heart issues, then just do long, slow, deep breathing. So I'm going to set the timer. It's just 1 short minute. So doing whichever one works for you, breath of fire, off you go. Very good. Keep that breath going. This one activates your Manipura chakra, which is known as the city of illustrious gems. Center of your spiritual warrior self. Also good for your digestive system. Last 15 seconds. And hold the posture. Inhale through the mouth. Hold the breath. And then exhale and come lying down on your back with your left hand on your belly, just below your navel point, and your right hand on top. And you're going to do really big belly laughs. I wish I could hear you all now. Keep those bellies moving and jumping up and down. Let the navel dance. And relax. Take some long, slow, deep breaths. hug your knees to your chest, rock left to right, and then forwards and backwards along the length of your spine, coming up to sitting when you're ready. Now we're going to do another exercise to get anger out. You're going to take your hands, make them into fists, and bring them back by your ribs, pushing your shoulders back. And you're going to inhale, and then exhale, take the left hand and punch in front of your heart center, your energetic heart center, the center of your chest. And then bring your hand back, and then exhale. So we're inhaling, exhaling, punching. Inhaling, exhaling, punching. So the breath is going to become a bit like breath of fire. Off you go. Eyes closed, and really get mad with this one. Use this few minutes to get out any frustrations you've had with yourself, with your father, mother, brother, sister, any friends, colleagues, the government, anything that's been bothering you or bothered you. Use this space for yourself to let go, punching through any walls or limiting beliefs that you have. Last 15 seconds, go, go, go. And inhale, bring the hands to the ribs, push the shoulders back. That's it, open up the heart. And exhale, relax the hands down, relax yourself. Staying in that meditative state, being aware of any subtle changes you've created. Noticing that sense of vitality, the stillness. Inhale deeply and exhale. And before the gong bath, we're just going to do a meditation called Meditation for a Busy Mind. Sorry, they changed the name of it. It used to be Meditation for Insanity, but where focus goes, energy flows. We don't want to be have insanity in our rattling around in our subconscious. So it's meditation for a busy mind. If you have a really busy monkey mind that is just and it's really difficult for you to focus, this is a lovely one to do. A lot of people who are suffering with burnout and exhaustion, they think it's because they've been doing too much. It's actually because the overthinking, and a lot of people have an addiction to overthinking and a busy mind. In fact, I think it was Eckhart that said something about like that's the real pandemic that people need to be worrying about. So that busyness depletes our spleen energy. So if you've got soreness down the inside of your leg or it's a bit stiff, that's depleted spleen energy, which brings damp into the system. So if you've got a coating on the back of your tongue, that's how it shows up. But these blockages are in our energy systems years before things come into the physical body. And it used to be hundreds of years ago when you saw your Chinese doctor, you would pay to see him, but if you got sick, you didn't have to pay him because he hadn't been doing his job. But it's the other way around now, and unfortunately people wait until they're sick. So knowing these practices gives us a huge advantage to clear up things in the energy system before they come into the physical body and become a really serious issue. So you're going to take your left hand and cup it and put your right hand in there, and you're going to bring the tip of your thumbs together, and then you're just going to rest that in your lap, and your eyes are going to be closed, and then you're going to be inhaling and exhaling through the nose, but your mouth is going to be open as wide as you can, and you're going to press the tongue to the roof of your mouth, which feels amazing. We've got 84 meridian points there, and I'll tell you more about that later. But yeah, so tongue to the upper palate. It also helps the microcosmic orbit to the energy comes up the spine, over the crown of the head, and then down the front of the body. So tongue to the upper palate, inhaling and exhaling through the nose, mouth open wide. And the eyes are closed. And inhale deeply through the nose. Hold the breath. And exhale. Just sit and rest for a moment in the silence. Inhale deeply and exhale. And you can get your blankets, put your socks on, and come into deep relaxation. So lying on your back, have your arms slightly away from the body, palms facing up to the sky, feet slightly apart. Make sure that your blanket isn't stopping your feet from flopping out to the side. And just take a nice deep breath. And exhale. And relax, relax, relax. So just being open to the sounds of the gong. So even though you're not here with me, you'll still receive 70% of the benefits. So just relax and enjoy. Begin deepening your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And make circles with your hands and your feet. And change directions. Inhale deeply, stretch your hands up above your head. And relax the breath, bring your knees to your chest. Give them a hug. Rock left to right. Massaging your back into the earth. And then forwards and backwards along the length of your spine, coming up to sitting when you're ready. Very good. The meditation that we've got for you today is absolutely amazing. It's so amazing that Harvard, UCLA, the Alzheimer's Research and Prevention Foundation have been doing lots of studies on it for quite some time. And one of the amazing things about it is that we're going to be using mantra. Now, stay with me. I know some of you are new to mantra and it can be quite strange for Westerners, but it's so powerful. I really would invite you to just try. So we've got 84 meridian points on the roof of the mouth, and with that breath that we did earlier, you notice that it just starts invoking this bliss feeling. Well, these link up to the hippocampus, the pituitary, and other areas of the brain. So it's going to enhance hormone balance and make you the king or queen of neutrality, which we absolutely need in today's busy, crazy world. I think it's one of the best superpowers that we can have. And that hypothalamic pituitary axis also affects our neurotransmitters, so things like dopamine, serotonin, which is going to affect anxiety and depression. Now the benefits, I can't go through all of them today, and there's so many I couldn't even, I'd need a lot of notes to tell you, but it's wonderful for addictions, ADHD, chronic pain, if your body needs realigning, if you've had an accident or something, inflammation, PTSD, sleep problems, low confidence. So it's going to increase your confidence, increase your energy levels, your vitality, and help you activate that inner wellspring of vitality and more positive emotions. After you've been doing it for a while, you get a nice blissed out feeling, but also clarity as well. But one of the reasons why the scientists have been obsessed with it is the powerful effect that it has on the brain. So it's going to sharpen your attention, your focus, your memory, decision making, and it reverses memory loss. So in the aging process, our frontal cortex shrinks, which is why it becomes harder to remember things and to figure things out. And in this study, they took those 50-year-old meditators, and after doing the meditation, his prefrontal cortex, the grey matter, was the same size as a 25-year-old, which is incredible, and also very strong impact on longevity, so very good for anti-aging. And there's an enzyme on our DNA strands which is linked to how we age, and this meditation increased that enzyme by 43%, which is the largest increase ever recorded in anything. But the best thing for most people, if you've got one of those crazy monkey minds and can't pay attention, because today's culture is bringing about ADHD in a lot of people, this is really going to help clear that and confidence, and it's just really lovely to be blissed out. So the mantra that we're using is Satanama, which, as I mentioned earlier, Sat Chit Anand, the truth of reality is bliss. So it's clearing away everything that's not serving us so that this bliss becomes our reality. And every time we chant, we're going to play it on our fingers. So it's Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. So starting off on the index finger, Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Now there's lots of different versions today. As we're short on time, we're going to do the cross heart one. And your eyes are going to be closed, focused up and in at your third eye. So we're chanting Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. And if you want to do the longer version, there's a 13-minute one that I've got. I will find it and put it in the link below. And when you've done the 13-minute one, if you feel like, yeah, I'm ready for more, there's a 31-minute one. So send me a message or put a link, put a message, comment in the link, and I will do that. But it's good for the mind, the ego mind, if we start off small and build it gently up. And there's also, you can do it for 62 minutes or 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours is amazing, but you need to make sure that you haven't got anything to do afterwards, because you'll just be lying in a starfish shape, laughing your head off. But we need to work up to that. So you need to start small and build it up. Okay, so off we go. We've got some lovely music by Pranayam. Sorry, can you just check the hand position so that they're not on the body, they're slightly away. That's it. But it's not pulling you forwards, it's coming back. Yeah, perfect. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath. Keep the eyes closed, but look out the crown of the head. Lift up millibands, so squeeze rectum, sex organ, navel, drawing the energy up the spine to the crown of the head. And exhale. And repeat. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath, lift milliband, close the eyes and look up out of the crown of the head. And exhale. Last time. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath, lift milliband and look out the crown of the head. And exhale, relax the hands down. And just think nothing, do nothing, be nothing. Just resting in the silence. Rest a little deeper, allowing everything to unravel. Inhale deeply and exhale. Bring your hands to prayer pose. We'll close the space with 3 Sat Nams. Sat is truth. Nam is identity. So it's you're vibrating your highest truth. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to begin. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. May we experience our Satnam, our true highest essence. May we be free of our old programming and emotions and commotions and live by the heart and the neutral mind. May we dwell in our true nature of love, deep peace, prosperity, bliss and ecstasy. Satnam. nothing else to do for a moment, I would like to invite you just to sit in the bliss, in the beingness, just relax. Maybe go for a walk in nature. If you have to go about your day, please make sure that you're grounded before you float off. It's been wonderful to connect with you as always, and I hope that you can bring these practices into your life so that you can create more joy and freedom and vitality for yourself. Sending you lots of love. Satnam. I'm here for a few minutes if anyone wants to have a chat or share anything or ask any questions. I am here. Let me just stop the recording before you join. But have a lovely day otherwise.